So not gonna lie, I thought UFC 207 was Saturday night. It's actually, like most of the UFC shows, it's actually this Friday night. So I nearly did this. I was gonna end up doing this really late, but anyway, I remember just in time. So yeah, UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey. She's back. So this is Ronda Rousey's grand comeback, her grand return. Ronda Rousey, we haven't seen her since that loss, that devastating loss to Holly Holm. And Holly Holm, her career since then. I mean, she got beat by Miesha Tate, choked out by Miesha Tate. But it wasn't the same way in which, for example, Rousey got destroyed. Holly Holm was winning that fight until Miesha Tate choked her out. But anyway, let's talk about this pay-per-view. And we have two title fights. We've got Nunes versus Rousey. We've also got the men's bantamweight division. It's got Dominic Cruz, the champion, defended against Cody Garbrandt. Now, Cody, he hasn't been in the UFC long. Like, only since I think 2015, I want to say, maybe 14. But I think he ain't been around for long. But he's undefeated in his MMA career, period. Because he's fought other places before, obviously. And he's undefeated. I can't remember how many. Off the top of my head, I don't know his record. Something like 8-0 or something like that. Something along those lines. But yeah, he's undefeated. He's coming in. He's challenging Dominic Cruz, who he is undefeated in the UFC. He has one loss to Uriah Faber outside the UFC, but he did get that win back in the UFC against Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber is so overrated in my book. Like, I know you hear the commentators when he's fighting like this is one of the greatest of all time and storied career, and yeah, he's had a long career, but I've never liked Uriah Faber, man. I'm not with the hype with him. He's retired now, anyway. On the prelim, Johnny Hendricks. This guy Johnny Hendricks, man. Yo, ever since he got into that war with freaking Robbie Lawler, one of my favourite fighters of all time, this dude has not been the same. I mean, don't get it twisted, he's got a history of like missing weight, but he missed weight again. Yo, this guy missed weight again ever since he's been off them those Vitoroids, let's say. This guy can't make weight. Yeah, it's going to be at catch weight again because he missed weight once again. But this guy, he's a shell of his former self anyway. Like, Johnny Hendricks, I've got no interest in watching him fight ever. Like, the fight against Lawler was amazing, but for the fights. But yeah, I don't want to see this guy. So yeah, this is really a two-fight thing for me because I'm excited for both title fights. Let's talk a bit about Rousey. Of course, the main hype surrounding this pay-per-view is Rousey's return and all that. Rousey is damaged goods in comparison to what she once brought to the UFC. That's undeniable because, I mean, don't get it twisted. Sometimes a loss is the best thing that can happen to a fighter because it then builds a redemption story, which is easy for supporters to get invested in. But she's not the type of character that would benefit from that, in my opinion. But she was marketed as this wrecking ball that was stopping people in under a minute, just destroying everybody, and then she gets wrecked the way she does. Because her loss and Conor McGregor's loss are very different. And for example, they're two very different characters. Conor McGregor's character can benefit and did benefit from the redemption storyline in my story. I say storyline, I can't remember. Redemption story. Because Conor McGregor's character, although confident, some would argue overconfident, brash, cocky, arrogant, he showed a serious side, but also a very... Most of the time you see him, he's making jokes at his opponent and things like that. Whereas Ronda Rousey was not making jokes or laughing or stuff like that. She was very serious, one-dimensional kind of... There was one side to her that she showed. And when she gets wrecked like that, it's hard for people to get invested in her comeback because of just seeing that one side, which is strictly business. But Conor McGregor, when he lost, and he was humble in his defeat, people see the joking side to him. They see the different dimensions to him. And it's easier for people to get invested in Conor McGregor than Ronda Rousey, who Ronda Rousey doesn't do much media. Connor's all over the media. You know what I mean? It's just easy to get behind Connor in that comeback. Whereas Rousey, some people are like, oh, she's done. Well, I'm done with her. Now, I was never 100% on the hype of Rousey anyway. Even like during the when she was the face of the UFC, I was always like, well, we ain't really seen her full skill set because we ain't really seen her fight outside of a minute. You know what I mean? I didn't expect her to get wrecked by Holly Holm the way she did. And that's another thing. She got destroyed by Holly Holm. Conor McGregor was winning his fight with Nate Diaz on feet until he got beat. There's a big difference there. Same with Holly Holm. She was winning the fight against Miesha Tate until she got choked out. But it's the fight game. These kind of things happen. Now, who do I have winning this? Rousey's had a layoff, man. Ronda Rousey has had a layoff. And Amanda Nunes is a beast. She really is. See, I've gone back and forth on this. Like as I've been thinking about this leading up to the fight. I mean, I was honestly thinking Nunes for most of the time leading up to this. I was like, Rousey ain't been in there for a while. Rousey's already admitted that her career's winding down. This is going to be one of her last fights. Maybe she's getting excuses in there already. Like, she's thinking past the UFC. So she's not 100% focused on this. I don't know. It just seems, I don't know, it's odd. And by the way, Rousey was smart to come back when she did in her mind, because where's the rematch with Holly Holm? I'd like to see that, because I just can't see how Rousey can beat Holly Holm. Miesha Tate, she's done. She's retired anyway, and I don't want to see Rousey and Miesha Tate again. Miesha Tate's overrated as fighters. I like Miesha Tate though. But when is Ronda Rousey going to fight Cyborg? That's what we're all wondering, let's be honest. But like I said, I was leaning more Nunes, but I'm going to go with Rousey to win this one. Dana White said in an interview, but Dana White says a lot of things, so that's why I don't take this with a grain of salt. But Dana White said in an interview that he's sure the fight with Cyborg will happen eventually. So we'll see. It better happen before she retires, or it's going to be one of those Floyd Mayweather situations where it's like, what if, with a lot of guys he could have fought. But this is even a grander scale, because Ronda Rousey Cyborg just makes too much sense. Although there is a bit of controversy going on with Cyborg now pertaining to performance enhancers. I haven't got the full story on that at the moment, but yeah, there's something going on with that. Dominic Cruz. I would expect him to end Cody's undefeated streak, to be honest. Although this Cruz just seems more technically sound to me. Well, that may be because I've seen a lot more of Cruz than I have seen Cody. I ain't really seen much of Cody, not gonna lie. I ain't seen much of him. He ain't been in the UFC that long. Well, I've seen Cruz fight a couple times. So it's easier for me to say Cruz at more of a bias, but we'll see how that fight turns out. I am excited for it. It's always exciting when you got two quote-unquote undefeated fighters. And I say Cruz undefeated because he's in the UFC, but he's not undefeated. He's got one loss by submission to Uriah Faber, like I said. It's always fun when you get two guys on a hot winning streak, or girls, and you put them head to head. That's always fun to see, because one streak has to end. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view. I expect Rousey to win her title back, but it's like, where do they go from here? They need to set up a fight with Cyborg somehow, somewhere. Because even though Cyborg looks like 93,764 years old, she's actually only 31. So there is time to set this up. But at the same time, there isn't, because Ronda Rousey said she's nearly done with UFC. Now, if they can make this happen, it might not be. It probably won't be anytime soon, because I do think there is. I don't know if she straight up failed a drugs test, or if there's something just been flagged. But something with Cyborg, I did read something about Cyborg and a recent test. So I probably should have read into it more. I'm not 100% sure, but there is some controversy surrounding her, so we might not see it for a while. But hopefully, I'm cheering for Rousey to win, just because I really want to see this Cyborg fight sometime in the future. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting night.